Episode 576. Chen Guo snorted, but her mind was in turmoil. In the end, does the great god really have to cooperate with someone like that, a rich man? Chen Guo was torn once more, hoping for Ye Shu's success yet feeling powerless to help. Just like in that earlier fight, when she refused to run away first. She knew she was completely useless in a professional-level fight, but even as cannon fodder, Chen Guo was willing. She just didn't want to be utterly invisible.
You two, we meet again so soon.
The same 5-person squad from before, slaying buildings, was already upon them. Zhan Lulan greeted both Ye Shu and Chen Guo.
So, on your way over, did you make up your mind, brother?
Ye Shu was a veteran of the online gaming world. He could meet someone once or twice and start calling them brother without a hint of awkwardness.
You're really Ye Shu?
Zhan Lulan's tone was dead serious.
It's definitely the Ye Shu you're thinking of.
Ye Shu's tone wasn't bad either.
Sounds like there's more to that than meets the ear.
You're overthinking it.
A moment of silence followed, and then Ye Shu spoke.
Actually, whether I'm Ye Shu or not, pulling me to your side right now is a smart move.
That's hard to say. I've noticed your own situation isn't looking too great either. But you must have been psychologically prepared for a situation like this. The question is, how prepared were you? Can you handle it right now?
Listening to the two of them talk was like hearing a Zen koan duel. Chen Guo, standing off to the side, didn't quite understand, but was too embarrassed to ask. She could only quietly send a message to Ye Shu.
What are you two talking about?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Ye Shu replied, and on Zhan Lulan's side, there was another long pause. Since they were just game avatars, with no visible expressions, there was no way to tell what this guy was up to.
Your team is planning to enter the league next season, right?
Ye Shu said suddenly.
How did you know that?
Just a wild guess.
Slaying Autumn Maple didn't press the issue and readily admitted it.
The application's already been submitted. We're just going through the formalities now, but I'm confident it'll go through.
So, now's the time for you to start the hype, to grab the players' attention, right?
Lord Grimm has certainly been a huge talking point lately. A hook like that doesn't come along every day. If you really are Ye Shu, then this spectacle just got a whole lot bigger.
I am.
But hasn't Ye Shu always refused to participate in this kind of promotional stuff?
I don't recall saying I'd step in to help you with any of that. Just having that name is more than enough for me.
Having said his piece, Ye Shu now fell silent. As for Chen Guo, she no longer needed Ye Shu's explanation. She had finally grasped his intention. Zhan Lulan was preparing to form a team and needed hype, needed to build momentum, and Ye Shu was offering himself up on a silver platter, letting Zhan Lulan use him for that very purpose. Lord Grimm is currently the most talked about character in Glory. Players have long been speculating about which pro team would notice him, which one would try to recruit him. If Zhan Lulan's new team announced they'd secured Lord Grimm, it would instantly capture the attention of every player, and that was precisely the kind of attention Zhan Lulan needed. As for whether Ye Shu had truly become a member of his team, that was only a secondary concern. And by joining the Slaying Building Guild, Ye Shu had gained a measure of protection. But is this really reliable? Chen Guo thought for a moment, then panicked. She didn't bother sending another message, and instead dragged Ye Shu over directly.
Will this work?
What's wrong?
Ye Shu carefully moved his headset away from his mouth as he spoke, giving Chen Guo a heads up. Chen Guo simply tossed her headset aside.
Did you sell yourself to them? What if they just use you and then kick you to the curb?
Even if they don't kick me out, I'd leave on my own. I'm not looking to join their team. We'll build our own.
We'll build our own team. Those words warmed Chen Guo's heart. But now wasn't the time to be happy about that.
What I'm worried about is right now, you join their guild, they use you for this publicity stunt, and then as soon as the other guilds come knocking, they'll kick you to the curb to cover their own backs. What do we do then?
If it were that easy, he wouldn't have needed to think about it for so long. He'd have agreed already. That's such a blatant case of burning bridges. It'd ruin your reputation. You just drew everyone's attention to yourself, and then you turn around and throw shit on your own head? That's not a publicity stunt, that's just self-sabotage.
You're right about that.
Besides, from here on out, they're basically on the same side as us. There's no need for them to cut us out like this.
What do you mean by that?
We're both building new teams. Why do you think the club guilds see me as such a thorn in their side? It's not because I'm Yi Chu. If I were just some random top-tier player, that wouldn't be a big deal at all. The key is that they've realized I'm forming a team, that I'll become their direct competitor. That's why their methods are getting harsher. They're doing this to me, and they'll treat Zanlu Lan the same way for starting a new team. Glory Esports isn't like other sports. The Pro League is the battlefield where the final results are proven, but it's not the only battlefield.
Got it.
Shen Guo nodded, realizing she'd gotten worked up over nothing again. She felt her cheeks flush. I'm always jumping at shadows. Then, after listening to Ye Shu's explanation, I'd understand almost immediately. It was obvious. My own perspective was just too limited. Either I wasn't seeing the whole picture, or I wasn't looking deep enough, or I simply couldn't grasp the connections at play. The boss, Chen Guo thought with a wince. If this team really had to rely on its boss to shoulder everything, it'd probably crash and burn long before it ever got a sniff of the Pro League.